Had a walk around the lake. I've gone to the shallow end, looking for a swim because it's going to be really high pressure this weekend. It's Friday now. I've got till Monday. Yeah, it's going to be mega high pressure, so I wanted to sort of set up in the shallows, but most of those swims are all taken, so we've ended up in a swim that I said I weren't going to fish for a while. Yeah, we're back in Jason's. It's empty down this side of the lake, so it'd be nice to have a little bit of space to myself. I don't want to go slotting in between people. There's like 3 or 4 people literally in swims next to each other, which is not my style, to be honest. But yeah, we're going to get all the bits set up. I've got some new bits and bobs that I'm going to try this session and see if that makes a difference, see if it can get us a fish or 2. But yeah, let's carry on setting up and we'll come back to you whilst I'm setting up the rods with the new bits and bobs. Right, one of the first bits that I'm going to pop on the rod today, which is new, just got this stuff. They just sprung out in a £15. It was one of the cheaper main lines, like the fluoros in the shop that I went to. So yeah, we're going to give it a go. I'm not using it as technically as a main line. I'm going to be making some 20-25 foot leaders to see if that just makes that little bit of difference, that little bit of like invisibility and camo, to try and slip up hopefully one of the big ones. If not, try and slip any carp up. So yeah, we're going to attach this to the braid on all 3 rods and we'll come back to you when it's on. Right guys, that's the first one done. Use the Albright knot to connect them. It's my favourite knot for connecting these sort of materials together. It's nice and small, flies through the rings nice and easy. Yeah, we're going to wind a bit on and do the rest. Right, all 3 rods done. It looks absolutely mint. I've stretched it out by giving them a couple casts each, and it pretty much it disappears in the water. I'm struggling to see it, like even in the edge, and it sinks like a brick. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Hopefully it's going to give me a little bit of an edge. Maybe trip up one of the big girls, we'll see. But yeah, we're going to get some rigs tied up now and then get the rods out, get some bait out, and yeah, sort my life out and get everything set up, because as you can see, we're just, yeah, typical James, everything's a mess. So yeah, we'll come back to you shortly once the rods are out, and then I'll run you through my leader setup, how I tie it, what I use on it, why I use it, so on and so forth. Catch you soon. Right, you lovely bunch, we got the rods out finally. We're just gonna have a bit of a play around with this. The missus has lent me this. It shoots in 4K, a little Sony thing. So I'm gonna have a little play around with this, and yeah, we'll come back to you a bit later on with the leaders and bits and bobs like that. Yeah, we'll also let you know how this little thing performs. See you soon. Yeah, that little camera is absolutely spot on. Shoots in 4K as well, so yeah, I'll be using that for a few bits and bobs. But in terms of showing you the leaders, I'm going to do that in the morning because I haven't eaten at all when it's about 5-6 o'clock now. I'm going to run out of light soon as well, so I'm going to sort the rest of my bits and bobs out, get some food for this little git as well. Yeah, you want some food? You want some dinner? Yeah? Good boy. So yeah, we're going to do that, and then first thing in the morning when I bring the rods in, well actually it won't be first thing in the morning, as we know in this swim it's going to be left until probably about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So around that time we'll bring the rods in and show you the leaders and everything. So if you don't see me for the rest of the day, evening, we'll catch you in the morning. Well guys, I thought I'd share this with you. It's not as clear as obviously what the eye can see from here, but that there is the moon. It's massive, big full moon. Absolutely beautiful. Wish you guys could see it how I can see it right now. It's crazy. Hopefully it brings a big old common. We'll see. Oh, that's absolutely banging though. Well worth sitting outside and getting bitten alive by mozzies. Fingers crossed for a carp, eh? Oh, morning everyone. As expected, last night was uneventful. Hopefully we can get a bite up until 2 o'clock, which is the normal occurrence in this swim. I was hearing fish topping all through the night, to be fair. Couldn't locate exactly where they are because it's pitch black, but close enough for me to know they're close. So yeah, hopefully we can get a bite. I think I'm gonna start switching over to hinge stiff rigs. I absolutely love hinge stiff rigs. Used to do really well on them, and now I got into sort of like a bit of a craze with the really low line pop-ups and bits and bobs like that. But I think about an inch and a half off the deck's perfect. Tied this little beaut up. You can see I'm using the crimps. I never was a fan of the crimps before, but I got some just to give a bit of a play around. You can put little loops at the bottom of rigs and stuff like that, and they're solid loops. They don't like fold or cave in on themselves or anything like that. So I thought I'd give them a go, played around with them, and yeah, I do like them. I'm going to use them when I can. Perfect for the hinge stiff rig because you can create loops. I'll show you again. At the bottom of the rig, see that tiny loop there? That just gives it a bit more movement in the swivel, and obviously I can use the crib to tighten down to the big O-ring at the bottom, so it means that small swivel can move around on the O-ring, and then you got the loop as well. So yeah, you get what I mean. It's just more movement, hopefully more hooking potential. So yeah, we're going to tie up a couple more of those and switch over to them. I might keep one rod on a low line pop-up just to see, and yeah, it's just nice to chop and change. And well, I wouldn't say chop and change per se, or whatever the word would be. Just using something that I know works. I'm not trying stuff that I haven't tried before in that sense, because I know they work. So yeah, as soon as we bring the rods in as well, I'll show you the leader setup, explain where I get it from. Not where I get it from, sorry, what company does what works with what. It's a bit of a mix of different companies, but they're all bits that fit perfectly together, and I've been using them like that for a long time. Some of you may use it like that, some of you may not. I don't know how many other people have sort of discovered that way of using the bits, but yeah, it's absolutely mint. So yeah, we'll show you that as soon as we can. Sorry, I can see a fish. Proper shallow spot. Seems to be a tench by the looks of it. But yeah, if we don't have a fish in the meantime, we'll come back to you with the bits and bobs I just mentioned. But fingers crossed we get a bite. Right guys, as promised, the leader set up. Got a 4-ounce heli lead, the heli drop-off system. I love these, absolutely perfect, especially on weedy waters. Drop the lead instantly and gives you better contact with the fish. And if I slide this down a bit, got a no trace bead. Love these as well. If you do snap off on the rare occasion, this bead just pops off like that, and the rig can just literally slide over and it's gone. Absolutely perfect bit of kit. Ideal for fish safety as well. Get this bead back on. Right, the rig I'm going to be using, actually bear with me before that. The length, I'm going to be fishing it quite short because obviously I've got the fluorocarbon on as well. And the more of this I have, this is visible, so the more visibility I put out there, maybe the less chance of getting a bite. I mean, obviously it's worked with me before with longer lengths, but I'm going to try it with the more fluorocarbon, so see if I can trip up one of the bigger fish. And the rig I'm going to be using, hook sharp, hinge stiff rig, nice long fluorocarbon boom section. So it doesn't matter what it falls over, it will kick out and sit mint every single time. Like that on the bottom. Lovely. Right, another thing I'll show you guys. Instead of buying the quarter ones because they're expensive, these little things from Fox, you get, I think you get 12 or 9 in the pack or whatever, about £3. And these I've tried it on the Nash one, the Avid one, the Fox one. They all go on the unleaded leader. They fit nice and tight, and then you can use the no trace bead from quarter as well. So it saves you having to spend loads of money on the actual quarter ones. Give them a go. Right, just redid all the rods and put some bait out for the night as well. This little man's eating his food. I'm going to do the same as well. Seen quite a few fish like topping and showing, completely like hoofing out the water. So hopefully we can get amongst them. Seems like everyone else is caught except from me. So yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. We'll keep you updated if anything does happen. If not, enjoy the time lapse and we will see you in the morning. Morning guys, as you can see it looks absolutely perfect out there, and we've only gone and not had one again. So yeah, I probably shouldn't have fished this swim. Probably should have gone somewhere else where I haven't been able to get in here, and where there's been a few people that have been constantly coming in here. The fish are either used to feeding on other spots in this swim, or this swim's just been killed. So not ideal at all. But yeah, hopefully we can just nick one. I'll be happy with just one fish. I don't care how big it is, just one fish will do. It's looking good for it today. It looked good for it yesterday, to be honest. I heard fish jumping all through the night, so hopefully it's just a matter of time. I'm hoping it's just where I haven't been able to get in the swim for a while, that where I haven't obviously been putting bait on the spots, the fish have just obviously come along, cleared the last of the bait up when I was last here or whatnot, and then sort of might have visited back and there'd been nothing here for a couple of days or maybe a couple of weeks, because I ain't been able to get in here in a while. So saying that, we've got a bite. I could bloody murder someone right now. There's fish in the area, but yeah, we lost that one. Absolutely gutted. Fully gutted about that. Been working hard. And yeah, it got me weeded up a little bit, and the fluoro snapped. So we're not going to use this again. I'm going to take it off all the rods, because if I get weeded up, I want to be able to keep that pressure on and not worry about anything snapping. And the whole time that it was weeded up, I was worried that this was going to do that, and it bloody did. So yeah, start again. Fun times. Right, the rod's back out. I've put 5 medium spoms over the top of it. I'm still sulking and I'm still gutted about losing that fish. I don't like losing fish. Hook pulls are one thing, but like when you get like a leader snap, like what just happened then, when you know if you'd have not bothered putting that on in the first place, you probably would have got that fish out of the weed. So I feel like I screwed myself over. Gutted, absolutely gutted. Hopefully that's not the only chance. It just seems like this session and last session is not starting well. But yeah, hopefully that's not the only chance. I mean, I've seen fish showing around the area still, so fingers crossed we can redeem ourselves. Oh, I hate losing fish. Right, we're gonna have some lunch, carry on stropping, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But at least we got a little bit of that bite on camera. I got a bit excited and sort of threw everything, and yeah, but at least we got a little bit of footage of the bite at least. Alright, we'll see you soon. Just finished me takeaway. Got curry. As you can see, I'm a bit of a mess. I ordered a coconut curry, coconut rice, king prawn puri, and that coconut curry was made out of bloody lava. My mouth is on fire. It's going to be eye and needle thing tomorrow, honestly. I prefer kormas because kormas are like that'll do me. So I thought, yeah, coconut curry won't be spicy, and I'm not good with spice at all, and it's ruined me, that has. Yeah, on the fishing front, it's ruined me as well. But it looks nice. It's good for a bite. See what happens. Oh. Oh, I'm wrecked. Oh, we'll catch up with you guys soon. Morning, guys. Right rod ripped off earlier. It took me from weed bed to weed bed. Eventually got it out. Started heading to the right, and then it just pinged out. It was a stocky by the looks of it, but yeah, that's my redemption. Slipped through my fingers. I've got until lunchtime or just after lunchtime today, so hopefully we can have something. There's quite a few fish showing. Well, there's been quite a few shows, should I say. So hopefully something else happens and we can actually get the fish in. The weed in here, as you can see, this swan just is chewing and munching on the remnants of the battle I had with that fish, because it's just weed everywhere. I didn't realise it got that bad in this swim. So the clutches are locked up relatively tight. They can still run, but they have to put some effort in to take some line. And then as soon as I hit the contact with the fish, I'm going to have the rod tip in the water and try and bring them up to the surface. Try and keep them over the top of any weed that might be out there. But yeah, I feel a bit deflated. It's going to be a pain, but if I blank, I blank. I haven't blanked in a while, so in all fairness, I'm due it. I suppose no one can catch forever and keep catching and keep catching. So it depends where you are and what you're doing, I guess. But yeah, fingers crossed we can have something. We'll keep you updated if we do. Well, it's now 12 o'clock. As you can see, most of the stuff is up there. Just got the rods and everything to go. I'm gonna give it till about 1:30, 1:45, and then bring the rods in. There was a bit of slicking up over the middle rod, so fingers crossed. If not, yeah, it's gonna be a blank. Well, blank in terms of getting fish on the bank. I've had 2 bites, but just haven't been able to land them, which is killer. Absolute killer. I did not expect the weed to be as bad as what it is now in this swim. It must have, I don't know, a lot of it seems like floating weed beds, because some of them are just popping up randomly all over the place. Not ideal. But yeah, we're gonna have a rethink of tactics for next time, even if I don't fish this swim. bigger hooks. Don't know, we'll just see. Yeah, if you don't see me with a fish, I'll sign off once I've packed everything away. Right, so we've had our first blank in a while. It's made a lot worse because I've lost 2 fish, which has obviously led to blanking. Sucks, but it is what it is. It's fishing, so we'll be back. Gonna go home, revise the tactics, and sort of try and learn from it. See what I can come up with to try and help me catch next time around, or at least let me land a fish in the weed next time around. I never usually had this much of an issue with the weed before, so we're gonna see what we can do. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will pop a video up here and one up here, and also in the middle I'll do a subscribe button. So yeah, we'll see you on the next one.